There.
Woo! Hey guys, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons, which is a day that is not Tuesday. It's a different thing than Tuesday Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm on the wrong side of the screen here.
Yes, you are. I know. This is the first time I guess a lot of people in the chat will get to actually see what our mods look like. So, yeah, you can put a face to the otter and a face to the potato.
I'm a potato.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I'm a potato.
The only thing I will say here is a quick announcement that we are going to have a separate sort of mini campaign covering Gorbeck's Lost Days. But you already know that because you're watching the stream at the present moment. So, I guess we're good there. Tonight, we actually have a couple special guests with us. The mods Momo and Tater, who are going to be playing here. And we're going to see if they can help Gorbeck survive. Speaking of, Gorbeck died. Never mind.
That's a tough task. That's a very tough task.
He is the top of the Deadpool, so you guys will have your work cut out for you.
Technically, I'm not still top of the deck pool because...
That's because everyone
You don't know if
dead.
I'm good.
Oh, no, you're definitely still top of the Deadpool. We'll make sure that happens.
Immediately.
Some people are starting to climb up the ladder.
Yeah, this is a joke. What we'll do is we'll just tell everyone, oh yeah, this new special one-shot that we're doing for Gorbeck. And people will show up and it's just Brit Mix did art of Gorbeck dead. And we'll just play that for 4 hours.
I'm sorry,
Just at
guys.
the bottom of the waterfall, the water's berating his back.
It's just floating there.
It'll just be 4 hours of that.
That's it. That's all it is. That's all you've come for to see.
Yep. But no, for real. So thank you for coming in as we put the Adventures of Athoria back on the shelf and open up a companion novel and cracking the spine that on chapter 1. And this book's a little shorter. It's got pictures and the words are easier to read. So hopefully that means it'll just be a different kind of enjoyment.
I don't know if that's a shots fired or not.
The pictures are purely there for Tater. So, I mean...
Yep, pictures are there for Tater. Okay, so without further ado, Gorbeck, you descended into the dark abyss beneath the rock, being thrown and carried along a rapid ride, almost kind of like being sucked up through a straw. After long moments, you felt your lungs start to burn. And as you're quickly fumbling to try and grasp for air, there's a brief moment when your brain starts going fuzzy where you think this might well be the end, and you lose consciousness. You slowly awaken. Some time unknown has passed. Cold and chilled to the bone, yet with one half of your body feeling warmth. Your eyes slowly open, instantly somewhat aware of a black nothingness that expands beyond your peripheral vision. Your body is battered, and your head is pounding. And more than anything, you feel an inch from death. As you stir a little bit, you realize you're not alone. You sit at the edge of a vast underground aquifer with a small campfire that seems to be burning mushrooms, giving off this largely orange flame, but occasionally there's some pops of different color. As a creature you're not entirely familiar with sits opposite of you in the process of taking apart some fish for a meal.
Nom, 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 nom.
What happened? What?
What? Huh? Oh, you're right. Wow, surprising.
What? What are you? What the? What happened? What?
What is a very good question indeed.
Are you some kind of rodent or what?
What? That's rude.
Well, I'm a goblin. It comes with the territory. We're all rodents.
Technically, cave rodents are similar in aspect to a goblin, but I mean, that's beside the point. No, I am not a goblin. I'm not a rodent. I'm not a rat or anything therefore.
You a gopher?
Oh no, that's just uncalled for. No, I'm an otten.
An otten?
Yes.
What's that?
That's a hard thing to explain. So, have you ever seen a sea lion?
I've seen a sea.
Okay.
And I've seen a lion.
Okay.
But those two things together you don't look anything like that.
It's an animal. Imagine aquatic dogs.
Oh.
That's an easy way. Just
Touche.
better.
Okay.
Just
an
better.
aquadog. Why don't you say that?
Because that's not what I am.
But you just said that's what you're like.
I said you could imagine a water dog.
Well, okay.
But not a dog.
A water dog? What? Like an otter off on otter on otterin?
Otter. Just minus the R, replace it with the N. Otten.
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 Yes.
And that's what you are?
Yes, that is my species. Hi.
Hello.
So, I guess name introductions are important. Yeah.
Gorbeck. That's what people call me. Some people called me Stripe. Just depends on
Gorbeck.
The group that you're in. Gorbeck that's the primary.
You went with Gorbeck first, and so I mean,
I'll
call you Gorbeck.
It's only certain people call me Stripe. It really it's kind of a
okay. Well, I will just
close.
remember not to use that one because I'm not those certain people. My name is Indrictus. It is a wonderful time to meet you, Gorbeck.
Hi, Intrictus.
If you would like, it's easier just to say Endy.
Endy?
Yes.
Otten, Endy, sea lions, seas, otter dog, water dog.
Otten.
Okay. What the frick happened?
That's a wonderful question. I don't know. I just found you sitting here in the water. I figured I might as well pull you out and dry you out. Right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I said thank you without being told to say thank you. Thank you.
That is alarming that it's surprising to you. And anyways, you're either really incredibly lucky or just really stupid. Because there's if you came from anywhere that these waters lead from, you should be dead by now. So
Yeah, that's what everybody always tells me. Well, 90%. I'm really stupid. That's usually what
the stars must have aligned for you.
I don't know. I don't see no stars in here, so that's
Well,
a really crappy statement.
We got the glowing moss, which is it's close enough to stars.
I mean, is there any light whatsoever, Eric? Like,
there is bioluminescent fungus,
fun,
which
okay.
makes like a series of starlight galaxies. It's actually pretty nice. It's kind of reminds you of those few nights that you guys sail out on the open waters and there's just the stars above. The early days of you and Caleb's travels together.
I think you're eating one too many of these mushrooms, buddy. But
I don't eat mushrooms. Purely carnivorous diet.
Huh?
Anyways.
Like you
I eat fish. Fish.
Oh.
Speaking of fish, here you go. It is still purely raw.
I don't give up.
Yeah. Gorbeck, as you and Indy start kind of sitting around the fire a little bit, apparently the ice being broken, most of your eyes are starting to come back into focus with the light, and you're starting to get a pretty good view of this water dog creature that you were speaking to. Indrictus, what exactly does Gorbeck see?
Ah, yes. So, Gorbeck sees sitting in front of him what would be considered a somewhat tall for their race, Auten, around 5'6", with their hair is white and it transitions down into a blackish brown color, with spotting all across their neck area, to where it's a mix between that black and brown going down. As far as their clothing is concerned, it almost looks like it's traditional Native American wear to an extent. That would be kind of what you see. Everything seems really homemade or very traditional in its typings. In the ears are earrings that look like they're made out of seashells and feathers. The same with the round of the neck is a necklace like that, and sitting right in the middle of it is a small, almost what looks to be a fairly common stone. Almost looks like it has a little starburst in it. Mm-hmm. And a very big blue shawl.
And since we're kind of adding Auten to the Pokédex here, he's basically the otter folk. Mm-hmm. Yes. Otter person.
Mm-hmm. We are indeed otter people.
I like your style. This is... Do you live down here? Like, is that a thing? Like, is that?
Oh heavens, no! I can't see a dang thing down here. I'm blind as a bat. No, I live down at the very bottom of the
Wait,
the mountain.
A bat?
Yeah, like
you have a bat in you?
No.
You're a bat.
No.
You're part bat.
No.
You turn into a bat.
Well,
you have.
I could if I wanted to, but that's aside from the point. That's aside from the point.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't live down here.
No.
You just happen to be here when I get sucked through one of these little thingies.
That's why I said you're either incredibly lucky or incredibly stupid.
You dried me off.
Yep.
And you said you're a carnivore.
You're not a fish, now are you?
No, not at all. I probably taste like crap, honestly. Well, I do taste. I remember that. Yeah, that was a bad time.
I've had a couple people try to offer me goblin. That was not an experience I ever want to have again.
And so, I really like your earrings. Did you make those yourself?
I did.
Can you show me? Because I keep having to go to people and they don't do it the right way, and I really don't like it. And as you can see.
Yeah, you have a lot of space for earrings there. You could definitely use them.
I know, and oh frick. Oh my god, if I'd lost these, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
What?
And I look for the shark teeth that that I got from the shark that I murdered because I'm really good at that. Um,
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
look around. Indrictus seems to have set your waterlogged adventuring supplies off to the side. It looks as though he's partially unpacked it, like the bedrolls and stuff, to let him air out, but seems to have left the personal items inside personal.
I don't find all your stuff should be there. I don't go through
I
it.
I don't care if you steal whatever you steal. It is what it is. I'm a goblin. You know how that thing go, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm not a stealer.
Bees.
Yep.
Oh, shark teeth.
I've been trying to make these for me and my friend Caleb.
Are you trying to make them into earrings?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Hey, and all you got to do is drill a hole into the base of it, and you should be able to slip a piece of twine or string to them, and it should be able to work just fine. Or you could take some metal claspers and things like that. You said your friend? There was no one else here with you, so
Yeah. Yeah.
did you lose your friends? Did your friends lose you? I feel like it's probably the latter.
Yeah. I did some stupid stuff. So
Oh. Well,
you know how
Hey.
it goes.
I do know how that goes. I have a friend who does some really stupid stuff too.
Well, I don't
But then-
think I'm that stupid, but it's just kind of how it goes.
Well, it happens. But I'm sure that, so long as it hasn't been, too terribly long, your friends are probably still looking for you, so we could probably find them.
Yeah, I don't even know where. To start to
Unfortunately,
look.
Well, it's a mountain. The only way to go is up.
Well, that's the unfortunate thing. They're supposed to be at the very top.
No, that really sucks.
Yeah. We're going to try to take care of a goblin war party and just made a bad decision and I guess ended up here because I thought it was a good decision.
Well, I mean, you made it here alive, so I mean that can't be a bad decision, now can it?
You're right. I'm alive. But I don't know. Sometimes you wish you weren't. Does that make sense? Is that kind of a poor thing to say? I guess, maybe.
Probably in bad taste to say that. No, you should always wish that you are alive and never the opposite way.
Sure.
Got to keep a happy-go-lucky personality to it.
Right.
Otherwise, you get stuck in the ocean and no one ever comes back to look for you, and that's a really bad time.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on the ocean, and I can understand that's this sucks.
Yeah.
Never been really lost on the ocean, but
Yeah. Some of my friends had a really bad experience. Anyways.
what? I mean, this place is really cool.
Yeah.
But what are you doing here?
That is a somewhat complicated question to answer. I'm going to meet up with some acquaintances of mine to assist them out with an issue that they have. I'm sure if you're heading back towards the top of the mountain anyways, it's along the way. So
Yeah, I guess it's
better to travel in company.
I think there'd be some people that might argue that, but
No, they're
I
wrong.
will-
They're definitely wrong.
oh, you know what? I like you. You're an all right guy.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like crap. So
I would imagine so.
if I can take a little nap, I would be much appreciative of taking another nap.
Judging by the time.
What are you looking at? It's mushroom skies, friend.
Yeah, but they can help kind of with the determination of the time because cave systems and all that stuff. light transitions throughout the day, the water flow, so on and so forth, depending on what the time of day it is. So
I never really paid attention to that stuff, and I
It-
grew up in a cave, so
it's just some basic nature.
touche. So, can I
It-
take a
it-
nap?
yeah.
Are you-
I don't see why there'd be too terribly much of a problem with that. Eric,
I will immediately fall on the ground.
Eric, there wouldn't be much of a problem with him taking a nap right now, would there?
No.
I didn't think so. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be.
Take
So you're
your
gonna
nap.
take like a short rest?
Well, I was wondering if a long rest is appropriate. I mean, I haven't taken any health, but I've used a lot of spells, so that's why I was wondering if that was appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, you've been passed out for most of a long rest, as it is.
I just double check it. I don't want to.
As like, Indy didn't specifically mention this, but he's been drying you out for hours. Hours.
Okay.
So yes,
Cool.
an hour or two, then we'll just say you can complete a long rest, no problem.
Sounds good.
You're still really sore, but
Oh yeah, I mean, I
you're
am
more or less.
I am alive.
You are alive.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll wake up and.
All rested up and ready to go.
And Andy,
Yep.
Andy.
That's my
Andy?
name.
Let's go. Let's do the thing. Let's I don't know, maybe we can start going somewhere. I don't know if
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Staying in one place for too terribly long, probably not a good idea.
yeah, no, I don't.
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of-
let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys depart the underground chamber and make your way deeper into the mountain. In some cases, descending waterfalls, crossing underground rivers and reservoirs, and then climbing back up. A couple hours of travel before you guys start coming to the outskirts of some place that looks a bit more lived in. Gorbeck, you see similar shamanistic, like fetish poles and totems marking the outside boundaries of tribal lands. In this case, you're seeing a collection of feathers and perhaps skulls of some kind of, some of which are goblins. Others appear to be creatures that you have fought in various times throughout your travels here. Nonetheless, Indy continues to push forward, and as you guys kind of round a section that creates this very wide plateau that oversets this very large underground aquifer with like kelp that seems to grow underneath, that also has a slight bioluminescent quality, so much so that even at a distance you can start to see really large fish swimming between the kelp. And you see off to the side a simple settlement, only a dozen or so buildings, reminiscent somewhat of something like a goblin would make. It kind of keeps that tribal aspect, only this place appears much more festive, a lot more color, and you don't hear war shouts coming from it, which is good. As you guys start to move a little closer, creatures start rising up from some of the recessed areas of the rock, and these really kind of dark, almost black or charcoal gray lizard folk type creatures with spots of yellow and orange and red kind of come out, wearing kind of rough coral and like dried kelp armor and leather, with spears, warriors of some type, kind of stop you guys.
Hey,
as the lizard creatures just kind of flick over. Gorbeck, you can see like as the eyes flick over, just kind of a flash of reflective in the back of the eyes, simulating a creature that sees quite well in the dark. Kind of glances over you and looks back. Ah, Indy, welcome.
Ah,
You brought one of the surface goblins, I see.
yeah, I found him alive at the bottom of one of the aquifers. It was kind of weird. I figured, it was probably a good thing to bring him along. He was sitting there. The stars were aligning for everything. I just figured he might as well.
Is he sick or something? He looks awfully green.
I know he's very green. I don't know exactly if he's like sick or if he's like special.
He
or...
must have gotten stained by the kelp on the way down.
That may have been it. He's not the right color, that's for sure. But I figured, if he's alive, we might as well get him back to somewhere he belongs.
Well, don't want to startle you, but now that I see it is you, the shaman has let us know you would be on your way.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Great. Well, have a good day.
I'll just walk my way in. I know where I'm going.
Yeah, and he kind of takes you guys towards the outskirts, but you've been here a few times, and make your way into this small lizard folk type village. As you get closer, Gorbeck, you can see some of these shacks are kind of like elevated, and while they seem to be made of like large kind of sheets of dried like kelp and leather, some sections appear to be kind of fastened together with very large pieces of tortoise shell or fish scale. Definitely a lot of found materials went in here, and definitely a lot of really interesting materials. Some of the creatures that it looks like some of these materials came from could certainly swallow you whole. So you're not entirely sure where they got them, and you're not really sure that you want to know. But as you make your way in, you see more of these dark-scaled lizard folk. Although now that you kind of get more of a light, as there are some torches burning, also seeming to burn some kind of fungus. You see, in a bizarre twist, not only are these lizard folks dark-skinned, some of them seem to bear plumage, as if they have feathers in some right. Certainly nothing you have ever seen before, though you, Caleb, have encountered lizard folk a time or two. But nothing
Caleb?
quite like this. Yeah, Caleb.
You and Caleb.
Oh, you and okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, during your travels, you have come across lizard folk before, but nothing
not
quite like this.
How big are they?
They're human-sized. Some are a little big, some are a little small. But none you've ever met that are feathered.
Gotcha.
But as you come through, Indrictus is just kind of leading through, and the lizard folk regard you and don't seem to pay much mind to you. And you come forth to this kind of raised bed of rock and tortoiseshell that makes some kind of like a pulpit. And then off to the side, there's a relatively simple shack, but it looks like the walls of such have been made by cording different colors and stuff together. So while it is simple, it is ornate and has kind of the Native American kind of braided rug, very color intensive kind of palette. You do see some light coming on from the inside. And it looks like as though offerings have been made both to the shrine and to this little shaman's cottage itself. Turned over tortoiseshell bowls that are just filled with like little pieces of fungus, a whole bunch of like fish meat or other meats of a dubious source. Who knows? At that time.
Just slowly walking up.
Yep.
I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna try to sneak a fish. 'Cause I'm hungry.
Okay. It's like just fed you some fish earlier.
I
Yep.
also took a nap and we've been walking, so
That's true. That's true. You got to get that protein. So
that's how you build the
yes,
muscles back, right?
Indrictus kind of parts the slightly canvas, slightly bead curtain entryway into this familiar for Indrictus, but very eclectic interior. Caliber, what is it that they see?
They enter in and see very similar to the outside with the turtle shells. Uh, it has almost a similar aesthetic where there is smaller ones up on the walls and again more skulls and different plants that adorn this simple shack that seems to the moment they walk in get hit with this intense smell. Like you thought the smells from the burning fungus and stuff was bad outside, but inside is intensely so. It very similar to the fire last night where it would smoke and poof into different colors. The smoke coming off of the fungus itself is not just black, but like a green and a blue that kind of wafts into the air.
Don't breathe in the smoke. It's not good for you.
Okay.
See
And
some-
as you glance over, you see a dark scaled lizard folk in ornamental ish type dress. And so, what exactly is Caliburk doing?
Calibric is in the middle of a chant to his deity, and he's kind of got the whole multiple eyelids going into the back of his head as he sits there chanting in a language that they don't quite understand. Because neither one of you guys have Dragonborn or Draconic.
I lean over to Indy and be like,
Yep. Nope. I don't.
"Do we bow?"
No. Just give him a second. He's doing his commune with his deity or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was he was doing.
Us goblins do it too. It's fine. It's whatever.
I've never seen a goblin do that. That's weird. Colorberg,
Oh,
hi.
Where are you?
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Stormwatch,
Hi. How are you?
That's
it's good to see you. Welcome, friend. And I see you brought dinner.
Huh?
Surprisingly, not
It's-
dinner.
It's good joke. It's good joke. We try not to partake in the goblins.
No. I brought a fish. Fish is better.
Fish is very much better. I like fish.
Yeah.
No.
It's joke. Who is friend?
This is Gorbeck. Glad to introduce you to him. I found him on my way here.
Ah,
By find, I mean I'm pretty sure that there was someone up above saying, "Hey, take him."
there is no chance. Only fate.
Well, it's close enough. It's about the same thing.
Yes, well, the job we embark on is a big one. Help will be much appreciated.
Oh. Yay.
And I
Well-
appreciate you arriving so soon.
I would have been here faster, but duty calls?
I understand. You can only move as fast as the stars.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can only move as fast as I can only follow them here, so
Right.
sometimes they lead me off in different directions and it's just not cool.
Again, there is no chance. Only fate.
I know. So anyways, what are we doing? I know you needed my assistance, but you were very vague on your information.
Well, it is a dire subject. One not meant for long-distance words. I'm in dire need of your assistance in healing the master of the lake.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So,
I, we cannot figure out what ails him. Thus, we've called for more practice tents.
Who's the master of the lake?
by all means.
I feel it's better if you see.
Oh, we're doing show and tell. Got it.
Is he gonna want to eat me too?
Probably not.
That's a joke. I don't know why I said that. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
I know, it's fair. It's fair. Most of the people, whenever, something big and powerful is mentioned, they assume it's going to eat them, like a shark.
It's big and powerful?
Hey,
You'll see.
it's the one I pray to. Pray for a quick healing, so
Okay.
that he may heal our lands.
You'll see.
If we can heal him, and he takes care of us.
Well, I'm trying to get back to my friends, and so
I'm sure that if you come with us, and if you're able to lend even a small little bit of help, they could probably point you in the right direction. Hey, they're master than more just a lake.
have you tried like mouth hugs like that?
I wouldn't recommend that. That's probably a bad idea.
I have tried, yes.
Oh, so you're oh, and it didn't work?
Unfortunately, no. My
Well, then I don't know what I'm
Guarantees
going
of-
to be able to do. That's literally the only thing that I'm good at doing when it comes to healing.
A CPR is. You're not supposed to.
CP, what?
Just Gulu, take us in the way that we're going. Just take us.
Will do.
Just go.
But you'll find, young goblin, sometimes helping others is a good means to find the ways to help yourself.
The deities help those who help others, and don't help those who help themselves.
Unless it's a bad god.
Unless it's
Anyway,
no. We had that one time, but
None of those times. I've done enough crap. I just want to
yeah.
do
So,
crap less.
like, also,
Bulberg,
I want to crap more, not crap.
Yeah, in order to understand this, you really have to understand the concept of squares.
Kolberg fits perfectly into one.
Bulberg will go over and he takes a small, what looks to be a normal sized turtle shell that seems to be hollowed out, and he goes and takes it and puts it over the burning incense, snuffing its flame or whatever remnants it has left to keep the smoke from billowing or producing more. He then goes over to the wall and takes one of the turtle shells that looks to be faceted into some sort of shield and puts it across his back. And he grabs a small spear that's fitted with multiple of those plumed feathers that look to have probably fallen off of his own head at some point.
The feathers are his feathers are really pretty. I'll give him that.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, they're nice. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's appropriate, I guess. I've never seen a lizard with feathers. That's kind of weird. I've seen a lot of lizards. Well,
But,
And I've never seen a goblin with stripes.
I've never seen one that's green.
yeah.
I,
Yeah. It's
I-
I don't know either. I just kind of grew up with them, so it kind of was one of those things. You just kind of you live and you learn.
I thought all the goblins around here were like a tannish brownish color.
Well, I'm not
It's
from
true.
here. Like I'm a goblin, from mountain, but not this mountain, not this area. Have you ever heard of
So
Have you ever
you're
heard of Isgarth?
so you're a traveler.
Well
I
then,
mean-
Master Gorbeck, I will call you Stripe.
Oh,
Eric.
see, see, Andy, I told you this. What I'm talking, because people, you gotta
It's what you prefer to be called by that I will go with. And you said
It's not-
Gorbeck.
That's my name. Gorbeck is my name.
Oh, you
It's
said
like
you said
like
some call you
some
Stride.
some people are named like Nicholas, and then like they call them Nick. So it's like instead of Nicholas, it's like your nickname.
Yeah, but
You know?
I'm pretty sure people named Nicholas get nickled and dimed every day, so you don't want to call them by that. They just go by their middle name or something else like
Well,
that.
we prefer
Only.
like we prefer ethereal and pennies and silver, and god dang, I was trying to make a joke about us not liking whatchamacallit, and I can't remember what it's called anymore.
Electrum.
Electrum. God dang it. So you can call me what you like. I don't care. Just don't call me,
Don't call you late to dinner. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. God dang it. But yeah, that's Kulaberg. Kulaberg.
I call him Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
It's true. And I call him Star Watcher.
Yeah.
It-
but
A respectful title.
it's a title. It's a title. It's not part of my name. My name is Andy.
Cool.
I think I've heard that song before. That's from the southern continent, right?
I don't know. This
I have not heard
stupid
this
song.
chant before.
It's
I think it's last.
Okay,
Something
I
like that.
understand.
I thought I was supposed to talk about a bird.
Uh,
well.
Oh, right. And I go over. Kolaberg takes a necklace and he passes it around himself, and it seems to have all these small teeth, but it has a very familiar bird-like skull that Gorbeck might recognize. It is very bird, yet big bird.
Oh my god. It's a cockatrice.
It's a cockatrice skull.
I want to say a joke, but we're gonna let it go.
We're just gonna let that one go. You want to? You sure?
I'm positive. Let's effing go. Okay. Kula Burke.
Kulaberg.
Cuckoo is fine.
Cuckoo.
Kula.
Kulu. Cuckoo.
Kulu.
Just not Kahlua. That is different drink.
A Kahlua is a very different drink.
If I help you help me?
Yes.
Right. They call this a squid pro quo.
Squids bro
Squid.
low.
Squids, bro. Yeah,
I
Squids
do
go
not have
rogue.
squid. Only fish.
the squid are delicious. Anyways,
Tentacle.
Well, let's go heal the Lady of the Lake, you know?
More like dragon.
Huh?
like I said,
Let us go.
show and tell is probably better.
Whoa! I'm a goblin. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, and
It's
I'm
called-
an Otten.
They call us dragon fodder. Hello?
They call
And
most
I
people
am
dragon
lizard
fodder.
folk.
That's
We
a
are as close
snacky
to the
food.
dragons than the dragonborn.
We're snackies. We
There's probably some
snacky food.
dragonborn out there that would.
And you
debate
said
that,
you were
but-
joking about the whole eating a goblin thing. That's not what dragons do. Dragon.
not lizard.
They don't do that tongue thing. Okay? Listen.
Yep.
What kind of thing? You want me to heal it? You're gonna heal it? You're gonna heal a dragon. You wanna heal a dragon. A dragon. A mother effing dragon.
You know,
A dragon.
That is the idea, yes.
most dragons, surprisingly enough, are actually nice. And to say it's a dragon, well, I mean, dragon adjacent, probably.
This is why we call Star Watcher. They are tribe of healers.
I don't even know if I like my friends
Oh,
that much.
dear.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Uh,
Look, if they're on the mountain, then they're gonna know where they're at. Which means that if you come and help us, help them, they're probably going to help you, and we can get you back to your friends.
He is wise.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I that's a
That's okay.
possibility, but I mean, probably.
No, I say I talk to myself. This is when I talk to myself. You just let me talk to myself, so that way I can talk it out, and then I can speak
Okay.
it out.
Just deep breath in. Hold it. Hey, you're supposed to hold it. Now let it out.
I've already let out the air, and I held it.
Hey, see, this is why you listen. Follow instructions. Healing tribes are meant to do that. So deep
It is
breath
okay.
in.
Let's go. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Anyways.
Let's just do it.
You're in
Let's
good
go.
hands, Thribe. I am also a healer,
He's not as good.
Oh. All right.
but I can help.
Okay. We're just healing, right? Like that's all that's happening. There's not gonna be no fling ding, wing a ding.
Oh, hopefully.
Okay.
A worst case scenarios, we might have to do something a little more, but we'll find out.
Let's stop talking. That's a good idea. Let's stop talking.
What
But
happens
I
is
love
fate,
talking.
and we must go meet ours.
Yeah.
That's probably not the best way to put that to someone who's worried about dying right now.
Death is only the beginning.
But I mean, to think, if you come this far only to die by some kind of dragon, that seems kind of out of place.
Better way to die than drowning in
It
some
is a better way to
waterfall.
die than drowning in some kind of waterfall.
Why would somebody drown in waterfall? You know not to jump in those.
Yeah. Well, let's get going.
Let's
I
go.
Just, yeah. None of these. This conversation's not getting any better, obviously, for me. Okay.
Lead the way, Kulu.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Gorbeck will lead the way, apparently.
Okay. Yes.
Another effing dragon.
As you're getting ready and you're going to leave, one of the other lizard folk of the village kind of come and stop by with more. They're kind of laying down more offering. In this case, they have some kind of like a type of underground like plum that grows deeper in the areas near the fungal forests that are pretty good. They're
Those
just
are
like,
delicious.
yeah. Oh, it's Shaman Gulaberg. Sorry, I was bringing more offering.
It's quite alright. We are heading out to complete the mission. See if we might be able to bring healing to the land.
Indeed. Looks like the master of the lake has brought some more helpers for us, yes?
Seems to be the case.
Excellent.
Ask and we shall receive.
Indeed. Some baby troll and and
Huh?
but the Star Watcher, yes.
Please
What-
keep an eye in the village while we're gone.
A
we
baby
will, of course.
troll.
I mean, to be fair, have you?
I'm a grown ace man. I'm 13 years old. I'll have you know. I'm sorry. Wow, I've got a lot of frustration built up. We're gonna go save a dragon, supposedly. Do you know this man hangs out with dragons?
Dragon
He's
adjacent.
gonna dragon. What is adjacent? What does that mean?
I think
Frick,
they're very close.
you're but close is it's. I'm close to a troll. Am I adjacent to a troll? Hello?
No, you're a goblin. Goblins are part of the goblinoids. They're
I'm
all
a goblin, you
goblins.
bum. I'm sorry. Again, I'm just fired up. I really am fired
But-
up.
Although, is a
You
troll
have-
a goblinoid?
You have lots of passion, but remember, trolls are strong and big.
And dumb.
Yeah, but I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb.
Yes.
Well, no, I'm dumb.
Well,
Positive.
point is, I do not know you, so don't die. Especially you, Indy. You've got that girl coming back for you sometime. Yes?
Ah, yes. Probably 5 to 6 this month, somewhere in there. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kind of like elbows Gorbeck. Our little Indy here, he has a good woman coming to swim for him.
Okay,
I
well
like
maybe
big, strong chicks. So I don't know. Are you elbowing me for that, or are you elbowing to talk to me about what?
I don't think
It's
you get
okay,
social
Master
cues.
Stripe.
I don't think you get
Yeah.
social cues.
You'll learn
And then he
one day
goes,
when you're older.
yes. And the
When-
little loser folk is just going to, yes, Indy and Andy swimming in the pond. WSIMNG.
Okay, can we please stop that? That's not cool.
My song was
All right.
better.
If there is
Anyway.
anything you would need before we leave village, now would be time to request it.
You got any money?
That I need? No. Money?
Me? I need it? Or are you talking about this guy?
I tell you what,
I'm very confused.
We got all
Master
the.
Stripe, if you come with us and you're good to go, I will give you a very special coin.
Oh, shoot. Can you make it an earring?
Perhaps.
Wait.
Technically, yes.
Kula. Kuka. You make it an ear. You have the coin. And then
And I
Indy.
pull out the coin and it's slightly close.
Okay.
I can make this an earring.
Done.
Right.
Let's F this dragon up. Let's go.
No,
we
heal,
gotta
heal the dragon.
heal the
Oh,
dragon. Speaking of which, do we have all? You've tried all the herbs and medicines, right?
I've done what I could.
Okay, well let's bring those just to be on the safe side. Sometimes you need components for spells and things like that. So.
I have plenty of extra in the bag. The shell also works as a bag.
The only thing I would say is he kind of rifles through and hands over a pearl. He's like, if you would not mind giving this as offering to the master, then that would be appreciated.
Of course, brother.
Well, have fun. Enjoy your swim.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
And he just kind of starts wandering away.
Alright, Star Watcher, Stripe, let us go.
Gorbeck, how good at swimming are you?
very good at swimming. I mean,
I would hope so. Cool.
Well, if he made it down the waterfall and lived to tell the tale,
I would
he is the
assume
most
he's...
powerful swimmer in the group.
I am
That
the
is
most
very
powerful
true.
swimmer. I'm arguably the most powerful swimmer of all time.
That or he's incredibly lucky.
That is, I am extremely lucky as well. Like it just
Again, there is no
force.
chance, only
Yeah.
fate.
I've heard at one point in time people take the feet off of really lucky rabbit people and they try to hold on to them. It just doesn't work for them.
A lucky feat.
It's a lucky feet. Anyway, thank you. I'll be here all day.
Well, hopefully not all day.
Hopefully not. Let's go.
Anyway, so Kuliberg, you guide Indy and Gorbeck towards the outskirts of the village in the stepped kind of descent to the pond. You loosely gesture out to the center of this rather large lake where there is a single island, like a spire, that rests there. In Gorbeck, you can kind of see this central area. Even from here, it looks as though there are strings of maybe like prayer cloth, or you don't really know, that kind of crisscross and decorate the pillar, kind of like a Christmas tree. I guess is one of the easiest ways to explain it. But it kind of flows out into this little base where it looks like several other shrines and offerings are also made at the base of the monolith.
So you guys do a lot of worshiping down here, huh?
Yes.
It's only natural.
I mean, sure, I guess. It kind of is what it is, I guess.
The closer you are to your god, the more likely you are to worship in that place, right? That's why a lot of people go to really tall mountains at the very, very tippy top.
Yeah, I guess that. I mean,
Not too particular fond of top of mountain. Very cold.
It's too far of a walk for me.
okay. Well, listen, I haven't really been much of the worshiping type, and I know we're going to see your god. I don't know how important that is. And now goblins, we have our, deities that pretty much bring chaos and stuff and order in our own right. I don't know if you know anything about goblins, but I just this is new to me. This is weird. So is there any toes that I shouldn't step on?
Mine.
I mean, well, figurative toes, like godly toes. Wait a second. Or, well, I'm just trying to think. Like this is just dragon. So it's a dragon. It's not a god. It's a dragon. We're okay. Never mind. It's just you worship a lot of. It's just this is like
dragon adjacent.
Like adjacent dragon. Okay.
And it's also a god.
And it's also a god.
Huh? I thought you.
The term god is very loose and easy to go with. For some, a god is the thing that you worship immediately.
It's a dragon.
Yes.
It's an adjacent dragon.
Dragon
also,
adjacent.
yes.
It lives at the bottom of a mountain.
Yes.
In a lake.
In a lake.
And it's a god.
That's correct.
The quotations are probably useful there, yes.
You are what we say, 5 for 5.
That was a deal someone had several years ago, and their sandwiches were good, but I will not do it again.
I'll make my way over to one of the shrines, do a prayer,
Okay.
and place the bead,
I'm
the
not
pearl.
feeling so good again.
Yeah, because you're going to start swimming out towards the monolith.
Yes.
The best thing to understand, Gorbeck, is that it's probably not an actual god, but it's probably like, very close to it. Something like, a guardian, protector, thing along those lines. You're not dealing with a god. Just very close to it. Kind of like dealing with clerics. They're not a god, but they channel their power.
Yeah.
It's godlike.
Okay.
Cool. So into the water you go. Push.
Yep, and you just kind of, I guess, push Gorbeck. Coolberg has a very dexterous, agile, just kind of slunk down into the water, barely even a splash. Vindrictus likes to make a splash.
Whee!
Yep, and there you are, just kind of doggy paddling Gorbeck or whatever, as very quickly Coolberg and Vindrictus start being a fair distance away from you. These creatures know how to swim.
Gillet, I don't think he knows how to swim as good as we do.
It's okay. I will go get him.
Okay. I flip over onto my back and I'm just floating there. Now imagine the stereotypical sea otter in the water.
Yep, except you're like a little sea otter that's wearing clothes.
Yep. They are waterproof though.
Yep. If Rhythmic Studios is watching, we need art.
It should already be in the at least the appearance should already be in the slideshow, but yeah.
Oh, I know, but I'm just talking about
That just flipped over on the back.
Fan
Yes.
art of a
Oh, that'd be so
super
adorable.
cute.
That'd be so
Just
adorable.
floating on his back. Anyway,
She's
so yeah,
particularly good
Gorbeck.
at otters.
Oh yes, she is.
Yes, Gorbeck, a dark-skinned, basically alligator-like creature, starts making its way over to you. Looks like Coolberg.
It is just me. It's okay. Grab onto my neck.
I don't want to go to a dragon god adjacent.
I just
It's
remember,
okay.
at least he's not like from the stories. That was a fox. Props to anyone who gets the reference there.
All right, let's sip and
Okay.
swim to the.
So, Kuliberg slowly taxis Gorbeck across the pond. Just kind of looking down Gorbeck. Yeah, you can see an awful lot of life beneath the waters here. Occasionally, you can spot like these huge fish. At first, you might think they could possibly be sharks. They're that large, but they seem to keep a distance from you guys. And before long, you guys make it out to the central small island with the monolith that's rounded by the shrines. Kulabert kind of takes you off to the side of the monolith, and you watch as inside the monolith, there's actually a hole that kind of dips down very quickly as if some kind of an entrance to a subterranean chamber that exists in this lake.
Welcome, friends. And Koliberg will go over and again, like I said, place the pearl and begin a small prayer.
Okay.
Uste, wundera, bunderostek, poranta.
Are you sure about this? I don't know.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry.
Why are you not worried about this?
Because if I were, that would be your sign to run.
Okay.
Again, he is wise.
Just suck it up, Gorbeck. Suck it up.
I was definitely scary the first time, but you know, every other time after that, not so much.
I swear to God, if I get eaten, I'm gonna haunt the crap out of you.
You know what? That's probably fair.
Find a way. I'll freaking find a way.
Oh, I'll help you find the way. I deserve it if you do.
Okay,
I think Kuliberg deserves it a little more, but you know, it's don't worry, you're good.
I will deserve it. If he dies, I will eat him.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Just.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Kuliberg kind of not carries, but chauffeurs you guys down into this chamber, which has varieties of like sheets of kelp that make kind of like beaded doors that you guys have to go through to grant immense privacy. Indrictus, you're aware that this is a place that is typically reserved only for the shaman and a couple people, so it is generally unusual for Kulabert to bring any others down here, even from his own tribe. But as you pass through that last divider, you see, in Gorbeck you see this, a room filled with air and yet seems to ripple with these sort of cellular light bands that occur from water being refracted from the waves atop, a body of water, and strands of kelp and underground flora that seem to dance and shift and sway as if being moved by tides, though any water that exists here is definitely laying on pools of the ground, and the sand is soft. You also see scattered about the area, it looks like plumage, kind of like caliberts in the fact that they're feathers, but they're not yellow and orange. They seem to start at this very kind of beautiful orange color and then fade into quickly into pinks and then into white for the remainder. And they have this kind of pearlescent kind of glow to them, and they're positively everywhere. And several pools that seem to open up into the lake beyond are kind of scattered. Most of them are very large, like 5 to 10 feet in diameter, but you don't see any evidence of any being in the immediate vicinity.
What is happening? Why do I feel like I'm underwater, but I'm not underwater?
It is what we like to call magic.
Oh, okay.
Magic.
Well, I guess that's not big of a deal.
Using
Is it
druid
just-
craft just
it-
to make a small little breeze going through. Magic.
Is it like? Is it a like? Are you doing it, or is it like a?
Oh no. This is far beyond anything I can do. I believe this is natural presentation for the deity that is typically worshipped here.
That is correct.
So you just worship here? Is this like a temple?
Sort of. You could call it a holy place. A sanctuary of sorts.
The inner sanctum. Usually not
Yes.
a place for most people to go. Even
Is it and then I go, oh, righty then.
are you saying like a monastery?
No, did it echo, Eric?
It did, and the echo seems to reverberate for a long time. As that happens, Gorbeck, you feel a pressure on the back of your calf. And as you kind of quickly look over, you see the head of this serpent, almost like the body 2 feet in diameter, rubbing up against your leg, moving between your party towards the far side of the chamber.
Ah,
There it is. There we go.
what is
And you just kind of watch as this serpent starts making its way through, and then its head starts coming up into the sky, and then you feel like a softer, almost kind of like pillow feeling as you're looking, and the serpent has wings, carrying of the same feathers that exist along its length. 3 different sets that start off really large and get smaller as they go, and then as the serpent reaches the end, it lifts up into the sky until it's actually almost kind of floating, and then starts to make these bizarre kind of like Celtic knot formations, and then the head comes up and over, and it's just kind of staring down at your group.
See, that's
And
why I said,
the wings just kind of fold out.
yeah, that
Gorbeck is, if you look over, he's in like a deep bow.
see, that's why I said dragon adjacent. Not necessarily a dragon. Quaddles are very similar, though. So, nice to see you again. I've heard you're in need of some assistance.
And the mouth opens, and sound can be heard, though you don't see the jaw moving. Ah, indeed. It has been a long time. And she kind of looks over towards Gorbeck. And you have brought a foreigner.
I found him along the way here. The stars told me I probably should keep him with me. At least this far. I don't know about after
Well,
that.
This one is certainly special. He is not like those that dwell above.
Hey, he's green.
Yes, that is one way.
He has much energy. There is a fire inside of him. they can tell that
Well.
much.
I thank you all for coming. The task which is required, unfortunately, it is not one I can help with. You see, I am growing ill. And like the tail kind of gestures around to all like the feathers that are molting. It appears that my life is slowly coming to an end.
That. Um,
Why are you
And-
dying?
I was about to ask if I could generalize, like, if what they're saying as far as them coming to, they're ill from old age, or if it's something else or anything along those lines.
It depends. You look through, there doesn't appear to be any obvious form of illness,
Mm-hmm.
though the molting is certainly new. You don't know an awful lot about koalas, but you do know they're not immortal, and they do have a lifespan. Uh, and from what you understand, typically, from what you've read, they tend to mate and have children, and then those children take over the guardianship of the spring. And as far as you know, this particular quaddle has never produced offspring.
This is why I called you.
This is a,
It's not. I am at a loss. Even my master was unable to help.
that's a tough one. That's a tough one. So, I'm assuming that you're asking for us to help you find the next one to take your place?
That, or perhaps with the blessing of the goddess of this mountain, perhaps a new guardian could be made in my stead.
That's an interesting prospect. I'm gonna cast augury.
Okay, you're like, throw spells at it. Metaphorically speaking. Of
Yeah,
course.
metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically speaking. Okay, so you casting as a ritual, or you just casting outright?
I'm just casting outright.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Explain your augury.
so,
Is it fish bones?
very similar.
I was gonna go seashells, but this works too.
Seashells is actually what I was going to go
Okay.
with. Yes. A group of seashells marked on one side. Some of them are not marked, so on and so forth as going through, almost resembling dice in how you would shake them up and roll them out, try to get a result from it. Just taking them up, shaking them next to my ear, casting them down to see what the result is.
Okay, and what specific action are you attempting to get an augury from?
Specifically on finding a
Or just
suitable,
like the... Okay, no, go ahead.
Yeah, it's finding a suitable replacement for the Guardian. Just as we are standing here.
So it's mixed. Some of the shells that come up show their cracked and broken sides. Some of the shells that land in the center have holes in them. But some of your pristine shells, your really beautiful ones, also land in there. So you get a sense that's probably going to be a mixed bag.
I like to be on the optimistic side of things, so it's probably doable, for sure. But there's also that other small little chance that it doesn't go quite right. Just a little bit. So you would have us ask the goddess of the mountain to.
I am hoping that you could bring one of my feathers, and perhaps a vessel, a pearl or some such, one that they might be able to use to craft a new guardian,
There, I need
Or-
to look that way.
perhaps to contain a blessing by which to aid me.
Wait, you need
We could.
you need she needs a pearl?
Kulu.
Hey.
Pearl.
We just set one on the monolith moments ago. An offering to you. It is a fine make.
I have a pearl?
Oh, you take two pearls, put them together, put the wings on it, boom.
If Stripe offers his pearl, one who has come to us by fate, I believe it would have a much stronger meaning. Are you okay with us using this pearl?
I guess. I mean, it means so much to me. I don't know if I could give it up.
Could I
Oh,
May I see it for just a moment?
sure. Be careful. It's so important to me.
Right. It's just a common pearl, right?
It's a little bigger than a common pearl, so I mean it's worth a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, there's some peculiar like blue veining that you can kind of see in with the pearl. In that sense, it's not exact. It doesn't exactly shoot up the price or anything, but it's definitely seems to be a pearl, like even specifically of this region, in spots that kind of dwell further out in the oceans, in some like perhaps some of the ruins that some of your tribe has kind of mingled with during your nomad life, the years.
That's a. Actually, it's a really good one.
Yeah,
for
because it's
this.
so important. I mean, if it'll help you guys, I don't know.
Regardless, it is your pearl. Handing it back.
I was gonna make it into an earring. I don't know. I just kind of, if it'll help you, as long as you don't eat me, like I'll do whatever you need.
You're fine on
I think-
that.
This pearl will do fine.
If you're
I
willing
can
to part,
feel it.
If you're willing to part with it, I'm sure it'll do the perfect trick there.
Yeah, if it helps you guys, I definitely, I'm working on that path of being better. So
This is a
helps
good
y'all.
start.
A gift made. Well, that was.
I give it back to you.
I don't have a shirt on. I don't know why I did that.
Kuliberg
Had
will
pockets.
go retrieve one of the feathers.
Okay. And you can find one of the the nicer feathers.
How then?
I fear we have less time than I thought.
Other than probably not best to dilly daddle around here.
I can feel it. The feather. I make sure to put the feather in a safe place in the bag.
Okay.
Well then, I believe we have a goddess to find.
Ah, boy, this is gonna be fun.
Indeed. Although, you have been the god for us and our tribes in this mountain on the lake. Some days we forget there's someone else.
There's always a bigger fish in the ocean.
Where do we even
Indeed.
begin?
This is not a path you've walked before, I know. But your path leads you higher up into the mountain, closer to Indy's home. If you take the path up, you can enter through some tunnels that will take you to the fungal forest where the fungus people live. Beyond there will lie a great river, beside which is an audience hall for Eladath, the one whom I serve, goddess of the mountain. Take this offering to her on my behalf and ask for my blessing where I cannot. Hopefully it will be granted.
We will do so.
Salute works, yeah. All right. Oh, I
Right straight.
believe we best make our way.
Indeed. It's a long journey. Also, don't eat the fungus people.
Yeah,
They do
don't-
not taste very good.
And they don't like it. They really don't like it.
The indigestion is horrible.
Got it. Done. Don't plan on it. So are we going?
Yeah.
Right.
As we walk out, I'm gonna start going. Ooh. Ooh.
I can't tell if you're trying to do Halo or if you're trying to do.
It's a
something
poor
else.
rendition. It's a poor rendition of Halo.
The
It's a poor
acoustics are
rendition.
very good in here.
The
You sound beautiful.
It was very good. It was very good.
Cool, do you mind if I try my own Russian accent? Well, I guess lizardman accent. In response to any questions that you have towards me. Would that be
Sounds more Austrian.
I was gonna say that
It's
went
not
to
bad.
a different direction.
It was
I'm
good first
embellishing.
try. Good first try.
I'm
You're not
embellishing.
bad.
Yes.
Not bad.
You should
Keep
try some
practice.
Russian sushi.
Very well. I would like to tell you that just enjoy your accent. I'm trying to work on several things. I was in a circus. I do not know if you know what that means, but
The language comes from the dragons. The dragonborn and then the lizard folk.
You see, that one's almost sounded like this guy I met once. His name is Vlad. He was not a very good person.
Yes, you have to keep it away from the vampire Slavic language.
It's that they're very close, but not the same.
It's true.
So do
Very
not. What you must say is do not go toward the Slovak side, but you
Yeah,
must be more of the Russian.
Whatever you do not go blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
say
do
that.
not go blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he totally did blah, blah, blah.
Like just like to sometimes try with different accents and
It's-
see.
Already
However-
better.
Yeah, it's
Wonderful.
definitely a good, definitely a good try.
Thank you very much. It's been rusty since I don't usually do it. It's not very often that you speak to lizard dragons affiliates. So it's something that's very new to me, I guess you must say.
I would practice Goblin, but it is terrible.
No hablo goblin.
Mi
That
hablo
was
poco más que poco.
well, that's you could do it with a, I guess, an accent and
No goblo.
no
No
gablo
gablo.
español.
No hablo goblo.
No hablo
No,
gablo.
no, no, no.
No hablo gablo, eh?
I believe the other dialect, it was. Pull out a book real quick and start flipping through it. Let's see.
Yo quiero goblo bell.
No. It's Eu now follow goblin.
Oh yeah, you're talking about those like southeastern goblins.
So if goblin is Spanish, the local dialect is Portuguese. They're very similar, but not the same.
Anyway, as you guys are sitting here debating the finer points of the goblin language and how many dialects of goblin Indrictus partially knows,
None.
or
While
at least
making
can
our
tell
way
apart.
out,
Making our way out. That'll all
Yep.
get cut in editing.
Out onto the monolith. Nothing gets cut out in editing. Everything is content. But yes, you guys, after discussing that, make your way out onto the actual monolith and in the middle of the lake.
do you need to ride across again? Master Stripe.
Probably be faster, to be completely honest. So yeah.
Very well.
Fair enough.
Please grab a hold. Try not to rip out the feathers. Hurts like the dickens.
No dickings will happen to you, I promise.
That might get his hopes up.
This is me swimming.
Kinda, yep. Doing your little lizard folk swim. Yep. Okay, so you make it on the far side. You guys look back towards the lake. You see the monolith, and on the far side, just past it, you see the lights at the edge of the village in the distance. As you kind of glance off, those huge kind of shelves of puffy calcified rock, you know, in caverns that occur when water slowly drips over plateaus, just kind of slowly rising until you can see they open up the pores in the rock, leading into a crazy labyrinthian network up into the mountains. A place you're slightly more familiar with than Drictus because you guys are kind of technically slightly below sea level at this point. But I mean, you haven't spent a whole lot of time like up in the mountain, just kind of, you know, down there along the shores.
Let's see. Well, that tunnel takes me home. That tunnel takes me to I don't know, and I don't know. So, yeah, this will be fun.
Just remember, it's impossible to get lost when we don't know where we're going.
I don't think that's quite true because I mean, there's a very, very lost way down there, and you know that. I'm not going there.
I mean, technically, I've been there.
Well, just be thankful that when you came out the waterfall, you didn't hit those and go thump, 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 thump.
Yeah, because you could have gone dun 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 or bump it up up up.
Or
That you could have gone.
It's true.
Just a number of different things that could have happened. Let's see. Which one of these paths look to go up? Trying to, determine, the way the water's coming through any of the openings and stuff like that. Trying to figure out which one of them goes immediately up and not down.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a bulldog by the toe.
You can narrow down a couple of the paths that do seem to go straight up, two of which seem to have water kind of pouring out of them, one of which appears relatively dry.
I do like the dry path.
Uh, not a fan of the dry path. The water's more my speed. But if you're a fan of the dry path, we'll go your way, Kulu.
The problem with the water paths is sometimes it starts with small hole and gets bigger.
Ah, but sometimes it starts a big hole and gets really small.
It's also true.
It's also called a dead end.
It's called a very good. There are some cave systems that almost seems like it dead ends, and it's a small, little, tiny, narrow path. And if you can make your way through it, it comes out on the other side. Don't recommend it, though.
Okay, so you're taking the dry path?
Yes, we will take the dry path because that is the one that Kulu wants.
Okie dokie.
It just makes
So-
most logical sense to me. Don't you agree, Master Stripe?
I suck at swimming. Well, I don't suck at swimming. I'm the best at swimming. So let's go.
Just remember,
where
you
feel
hold
appropriate.
world record.
He definitely holds the world record.
Yep.
A feat you should not take lightly. It is great
Old school.
accomplishment.
Yep. Holds the world record of the only person who's been sucked down that water straw and
And
survived.
lived.
We will tell tales of this for generation.
Yeah, if we live. Why was that a nice dragon?
It's not a dragon, it's a quotal. And they're very similar, not quite the same thing. Quotals tend to be very nice.
It does not wear a coat.
You would call it a good alignment. I believe that's what most people do. And there are some dragons that are also fall into that same category, but yeah, it's
Like a sea lion?
no, sea lions are dicks. We don't deal with those.
Okay. Like a sea dog?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
we can go with that.
Hey, whatever it is.
What are you-
Think of
I
it.
am very confused.
Think of it like good people and bad people, right?
Yeah.
Dragons come in the same variety.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, I've only missed with pissed off dragons usually, so just saying.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there's some that they're not very good to deal with. But a quotal's not really a dragon; they're dragon adjacent. So
There are some black ones I would try to avoid.
yeah,
okay. Yeah, tell me where not to go, and I won't go there.
down. Do not go down.
So, very true.
Done.
Let us begin our adventure, boys. As we
On my way.
Oh, Lord.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Wait.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know how the song goes other than the "On My Way."
Nope. Yep, that's the only part of that song I know too.
I think it's like the only part of the song 90% of people know.
Yeah.
well, I can't sing
I'm gonna have
Brother
to-
Bear. It's Disney.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to Google that song to actually listen to it, and then once I do that, I'll probably be like, I really don't like this song.
Yeah, that's usually what a lot of people do with songs that they hear. It's like, oh.
So, you guys head up the dry path and ascend quite quickly to the point where you guys are almost kind of having to climb to make your way farther up. And the air stays reasonably dry. Occasionally, you guys plateau out into these kind of long underground tunnels that appear surprisingly circular, as if they were bored by something. But then you guys go off someplace and the cavern seems to pick up, and you guys just continue on and see no evidence of other creatures. Before long, let's see here. You guys actually, if I recall, have some decent passives. Yeah, Indrictus will definitely notice. I mean, Gorbeck won't. Yeah, Indrictus. Indrictus,
Mm-hmm.
as you guys begin to ascend, um, you start your feet starts feeling a little grody as the ground here has a lot of like loose sediment. So it's kind of like walking on the beach and getting sand all stuck to your legs, except for this.
It's all dry.
This isn't sand. It's dry and it's more of like a powder that seems to
Oh.
cake really easily and doesn't want to come off.
I've been in these
Uh,
sands before.
Yeah. Uh, as you're moving through, like you can't really see much. You're just kind of having to rely on Gorbeck and Cullerberg to kind of navigate you through this space. But your nose starts picking up like a little bit of a scent that causes you to tweak it just a little bit. You're like, kind of an earthy smell. You're like, kind of metallic, almost. And then you kind of start tasting it a little bit at the tip of your tongue, almost kind of like sucking on a penny or quarter or change.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
And you get it. It's this kind of metallic iron type smell or taste that is in a high enough concentration that you can almost kind of taste it on your tongue a little bit. As this starts to become more pungent for you, Cullerberg and Gorbeck kind of pick up on it and start to pick up on it a little bit yourselves.
What is that? Where's my torch? Pull a torch out of my bag. And
Yep, you just pull out, it's dripping a little bit. Yeah.
Oh.
But lucky for you, it's a highly flammable fungus, so it doesn't matter.
Right?
Basically a mushroom on a stick.
I will totally do that.
Yes, you light it, and it gives off this super kind of pale blue flame that kind of sparkles a little bit. And as you look, the walls here are really rough, and you do see the ground is kind of covered in this very fine kind of powder, and you can see these kind of rough, darker veins of something in the wall. The blue light kind of gives a little bit of an issue. Those of you with dark vision, though, before you could make out a little bit of the different striations of the stuff in the rock, but with the light, your eyes are kind of able to focus. And Cullerberg, the sort of red infrared vision that you have kind of coalesces and fades off into something with a bit more color, though it is still distorted slightly by the blue light. It seems to be like some kind of a ruddy, rust-colored rock that seems to be kind of layered in along with the surrounding stuff. Not really something you're used to seeing. Indrictus, you do recognize this. These appear to be iron veins.
Oh, that explains the taste and the smell.
Yeah, and obviously the dust on the ground is oxidized iron that has kind of fallen off, essentially rust dust that is coating the ground. You seem to be standing in an untapped iron mine.
Huh, someone would be real. Cullerberg, don't tell anyone that this is here.
Okay, I will not tell anyone that you lit a flame with some unknown on the ground.
That's
Could
fair.
have gone up in fire.
That's fair, but this is all iron.
It's not magnesium, so who cares?
You got lucky this time. For someone so wise, you did not check things first.
I can't see.
Fair point.
Yeah, I can't see in the dark. I would have figured you would have been able to say, "Oh, it's just an iron vein" or something like that. But
I thought you could taste it.
oh, I definitely tasted it. But there's very little difference between the taste of iron and blood. So I wanted to be sure.
It's fair. I'm hungry again.
Me too.
So you're gonna take a little bit of a siesta?
No, I'm moving on.
You just said you were hungry, so I didn't know if you were going to take 15 minutes to eat.
No,
No,
no. We continue on.
we got
Let
jerky
us
for
go.
that.
Okay. All right, so you guys continue on and make your way through this iron vein. The sections here, they start kind of getting really wide. Uh, you no longer see any of the kind of almost perfect circular caverns making their way through. All of this appears natural. Um, and you continue to make your way on. And then Indrictus, again, you start to hear a sound kind of echoing ahead of you guys. More like loose rock that has just kind of given way. Not a lot of it, but almost as if like someone may have kicked a rock or like there were some small stones that kind of fell off a shelf of rock. You're not really sure, but there's definitely was some form of movement.
Hmm. Keep your eyes on a swivel, guys. Think something's up ahead.
What do you think it is?
I have no freaking clue.
Oh. Fun. Is it bad?
It might be. I mean, the caves have some very dangerous things in it, but at the same time, it might just be like a little mouse or something like that.
Good.
Oh.
I am hungry. As I take out my spear.
Yes, you take out your spear.
It is always best to be prepared for the worst.
Would it have been possible to determine a size for whatever may have made the sound?
Best you could guess, like I said, it wasn't very loud, so it's not like someone kicked over a boulder or anything.
Right.
It's more like you're just kind of standing off. You kick some loose gravel and
Gotcha.
rock, so could have been something very large just knocking over very small, or something very small knocking over very small. You don't really know.
Gotcha. Just be aware. Something's up there. We'll find out soon enough. The light will hit it. So. Just to be on the safe side, pulling out my shield.
Just to be on the safe side. All right, understood. Okie dokie. So, as you're kind of continuing on, Cullibert, with your dark vision, you're also kind of looking around for anything that you might want to eat. You do see a little bit of movement off to your left, just kind of glancing kind of past Gorbeck, with kind of like in between you guys. In kind of a recess, you see a small mound of something shift. And then as Cullibert kind of comes up short, and Drictus, you kind of glance around trying to figure out why it is he stopped. It's kind of hard for you to see anything, but as you sit, you hear kind of a
Pull out the quarterstaff.
I don't see
Gully,
anything,
what is?
but it's best to be on guard.
Yeah.
I too pull out the turtle shield. And then I'll kind of pinch the necklace of the bird's skull, and I will simply go "Vroom," as I cast Bless on the party.
Okay. There's a flash of divine energy from the sudden flare up of Bless. Oh, okay. So, and as that light kind of flares up, that object moves a little bit, and you see kind of slowly coming up a little bit, just kind of the top of a torso, this rather large beetle, I guess is what you would say. It's the beetle the size of perhaps like a small goblin, and it's got these weird kind of moth-like antennae that just seems to be kind of moving around and pointing in your direction and regarding you.
Sorry to disturb you.
Seeing the outline of this, would I know what this creature is?
You've never really entered this part of the cave before. So I would say no. But you know what? Go ahead and roll a history check. Maybe someone from your tribe encountered it and told you at some point.
Cool.
Put your bets in now. Put your bets in now. I'm betting it's a rust monster.
That is a 17.
Yeah. Okay. So you vaguely recall someone maybe telling you about these creatures before. In some cases that you've been told, there's no problem. In some cases, they may have been attacked by the beetle. They don't really tell you anything about it exactly, other than if for whatever reason they decide to attack you, they seem to attack you with quite a lot of persistence. It's more what tends to accompany them that you kind of recall. Some of the members of your group have talked about running away from giant rock men that seem to occasionally come up around the areas where these beetle creatures hunt or reside. Hard to tell.
Oh, great. I'm going to lose another character to a Zorn. Let's go. Can I go 3 for 3?
Can you go 3 for 3? That's the question.
Okay, so you're talking about losing it to a Zorn. I wasn't. Oh, okay, well, I guess I shouldn't say anything.
Stone golems.
Okay. Yes. As that happens, you do hear the clacking of the monster. It seems to, its antennas just seem to kind of wash over you. You see the antennas kind of look over at Gorbeck for a little bit. And then it just goes, and then kind of like makes its way over. And then kind of makes its way over to Gorbeck. Yes. So go ahead and roll me initiative if you guys can.
Oh, yay. It's going to be fun, fun, fun.
All the initiatives
Oh my god.
are...
I rolled garbage!
I mean...
Oh my garbage!
For a +0, that was a really good initiative.
Yeah. For a +0...
Indrictus, what'd you roll?
I got a 10.
10. Coolberg.
16.
16. And what'd you get, Gorbeck?
Oh, 24.
Well, I was guessing 5, so badass.
I roll good on initiative for some reason.
My highest initiative between these guys is 4.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So garbage. All right, so let's move over to the battle map. You guys let me know if you guys have issues seeing everything. You guys should. You guys see just black or something?
It's just black for me.
Okay.
Yep. Let me zoom out.
Let me transition this real quick.
Alright.
There we go.
So you guys should be able to modify all your characters. So. Alright, cool.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of hard to see. But Indy, are you gonna drop the torch or something?
Yeah, definitely gonna be dropping the torch.
Okay. Well, that is fine. So this is just gonna kind of be dim light, so you guys can see like that's the creature. And so it's actually kind of over here now. He's looking like
Gotcha.
he wants the nom nom on Gorbeck. But that doesn't really matter because Gorbeck gets initiative.
Heck yeah, boy. Alrighty. Why can't I see them? Where are they?
Right there.
It's just because everything is in dark vision, so it makes it really hard to see everything.
Yeah.
They're very faded.
Extremely faded, but it is there. I can see the red outline. Just barely.
Yeah, I see it. It's just it's every time, every effing time.
It's best to deal with it quickly before the rocks come.
And it's a rat or it's a crab.
It's a beetle.
It's like a giant beetle with little moth antennae.
All right. We're going. Black Beetle's a real cloud pleaser. No, Mom is a real old geezer. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery.
Wisdom save of 12.
Yeah, it's just checking because one of those requires them to have a decent intelligence, right? And it does not appear to be this one. Okay.
No, the other one.
I believe
So-
that is.
Which saying
Tasha's
that,
hideous laughter.
thank
Yes.
you.
I believe it's
Huh?
Tasha's.
Yeah.
That you're thinking of there.
That's cool. I'm just making sure I'm getting the right one. All right. So you said wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That is an 8.
Good. Bye bye.
Okay.
Roll that
well,
beautiful
not
beam
bye-bye.
footage.
Let's see. It must succeed a wisdom saving throw. Take 1d4. And then it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. So, damage is 4.
Okay. 4 points of damage.
Is 4 points of damage. Nice.
4 points of damage. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Then we're gonna go. I'm gonna run back here and say, "Oh frick!" And where's the other one? You know where the other one is, or is it just that one?
Which, as far as I can tell, it's just that one.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna run back this way. I'm saying, "Oh frick! There's a beetle over there."
I don't know why you're hiding behind me. I'm not the most tanky person in the world.
Sorry, I'm just used to hiding behind people because I don't.
Do I look like a tortoise?
That's okay. It's okay. He's got the turtle shell, so he might be the better one. Although I don't know why there's a 4 painted on it. He'll never tell me the story.
It is still for another time.
We are where we are. So.
All right. Colorberg, you're up. Indy, you are on deck.
Awesome.
Also, a reminder: you guys are chill in dark vision right now, so your melee attacks have disadvantage, or your attack rolls have disadvantage.
All right. I make my way up to him, exactly 30 feet, and in a display that very clearly shows that Kuliberg is not the greatest with a spear, as
He
it
vomits acid.
it seems to be in his offhand, as he slashes at it with his claws, and as he goes and dips into the swing, his claws seem to extend as this vibrant green, almost energy-like, pulses on his claws as he slashes out, as he attacks with primal savagery.
Ooh, primal savagery.
Ooh.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, 22 plus 1.
Yeah, that's nice.
For 2 points of acid damage as he slashes across it.
Okay, all right. Well, 2 points is 2 points, and that's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
That is correct. And technically,
Yeah.
we also
So
have Bless, but I'm pretty sure a 1d4 added to the 23 is just overshot.
yeah. Okay. Goldberg, anything else you want to do?
Uh, nope, that's pretty much it. As I kind of just repeat out to the other two, and I'm like, we must take it down quickly before it calls for the reinforcements.
Right. We'll make sure to get
All
it
right.
done fast.
Indy.
Okay. So with my turn, let me see. Oh yeah, plenty of space there.
To cast Fireball.
And take us all down in one shot. Yes. No. Taking my staff in my opposite hand real quick, just so that it's kind of put out of the way. Go and I grab onto the small stone at the center of my necklace, rub onto it for a few seconds, and taking it off, there's almost a small chill in the air as I do almost like the that breathing magic dust kind of thing. It's a off the hands, and I cast Frostbite.
Okay. A little bit of chill shroom.
Yeah, that is Constitution saving throw, DC 13.
Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 8.
Oh, I get to roll my damage. Yes,
Yeah.
for 2 points
You
of cold
also
damage.
get 2.
2 points of cold damage. Heck
Well,
yeah.
Gorbeck, it seems we figured out why it is the goddess or whoever decided to send you over here, because you seem to be the only one capable of doing damage.
We're 2 for 2.
Literally.
We never said we were warriors. We are healers.
I am a shaman first. I don't normally do this type of
Yep.
damage.
You know you're in trouble
also a
when the
shaman
Goblin
first.
Bard is your DPS.
Hey, bards are really good at damage.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it for me.
Let's see. Indy, you hear the sound somewhere nearby. And as you kind of are glancing around to try and see where it is, you see another one of these little rust monsters.
Oh boy.
20. Making its way. Looks like as he's getting closer, he too is gonna do his little N10A and kind of spots Gorbeck and is going to basically dash to come up. And it's super creepy, Gorbeck, because now this weird little beetle thing is grabbing its antennae and it's just trying to fill you up. It's a little disgusting, but it doesn't get to attack. That other rust monster does get to attack, though. Let's see here. Just checking. Kuliberg, do you possess metal on your body? Or your weapon or anything? I think most of your shit's natural, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking, is most of your shit should actually be natural. So in which case, it's just gonna try and bite you like a little bed bug. That is an 18 to hit. Okie dokie.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that is a whopping 3 points of piercing damage.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know. It happens. All right. Gorbeck.
Am I up?
Yep. And Kuliberk, you are on deck.
Okay. All right. Frickin' frick. What's the frick? This one rolled at disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
For-
for Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, actually, no. I did not roll at disadvantage. And that second attack would have been an 8, which I'm pretty sure misses you. In which case, Kuliberk, ignore that damage you just took. It's 3 points, but hey, 3 points is 3 points.
3 points is a lot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be like, frick, Andy, look out! Blah, blah. And then I'm gonna take out my daggers and we're gonna stop it. Go after it. So
This explains a lot.
first one, 13 plus, so 18.
18 will hit.
I'm gonna do my bless, and that's a D4, right?
Yes.
I think that's just to attack, or does that go to damage?
It's just to
Okay.
attack rolls.
Bless adds a
Oh.
D4 to attack rolls. It's kind of like
Oh.
So he hits
I'll do it on my
better.
next one then. I'll do it on
He
my
hits.
next.
He hits better.
yeah, hit
Okay, I
better.
thought- sorry. So
Yeah.
first one is 6 total damage, and then we'll do for
Okie
the
dokie.
second attack, and I'm gonna roll with my D4 here. 15. So 20, dirty 20,
Dirty 20 will hit.
and then 6 damage.
Okay. So, Gorbeck, as you start shivving this beetle with your daggers, they come in just fine. But as you pull the daggers back and are looking at this monster, you take a glance of your knives and you're like, wait a second, those look a little different than before. And you start noticing pieces of the metal are corroding and flaking off. Both of your daggers now each will take a -1 penalty to damage rolls. Next turn.
What the frick is up with these frickin' beetles?
That looks like rust. This actually makes a lot of sense. If they're able to do that, they probably did all the rusting of the iron ore back there. Oh, this makes sense.
I'm glad this isn't one of my nice daggers.
Yeah.
If I use like a different type of dagger, would that help?
Yeah, something not made of metal.
Yes.
That actually
No.
might work. That might actually work.
If I get ruin another dagger, I'm gonna be super pissed.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to ruin a dagger.
Yeah, just make sure you note that because that damage is permanent.
Yes, that damage reduction is permanent.
Great.
Rust
Great.
monsters, everyone.
Okay. Kuliberg. You are up and Drickish, you're on deck.
That's to hit or damage.
Damage. Yeah, just to damage.
I think I'm just going to continue slashing at it with my claws. It's like, you take a bite out of me, I'll slash you up, and then I will bite you.
I will slash you. I will bite you. No.
And melee attacks are supposed to be at disadvantage, right?
Because we're
yes.
in the dark.
In dark, yeah. So you guys can technically see in dim light.
So for disadvantage, that's a 12.
That is a miss.
As I slash out, but the dimness of the light makes me misjudge the distance as it just whiffs the air.
Yeah. 1 second, because it's kind of a point of order. It is. I mean, it doesn't help you. Oh, that's cool. I do have one of those. Gonna throw that down there.
Is that my torch?
That is your torch, which you said you threw down
Yep.
on the ground.
I was wondering about it, but I wasn't gonna mess with it.
Yeah. It's fine. I mean, because the unfortunately the rust monster is just outside of that range for you, so it's still a dim light. Uh, but that does mean that Indy and Gorbeck can attack the rust monster next to them without disadvantage.
Okay.
So,
That's actually useful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So seeing the attack miss outside of the light, the two different contrasting lights, causing his attack to just whiff the air, he is going to go on ahead and back up, and I will provoke that attack of opportunity if you wish to take it.
Yes, but I roll a 10, which doesn't hit. So there's that.
So I will back up to assist Endy and Gorbeck, and try to draw the beetle into the light.
Fair enough. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just like, oh, that's a point of order, and that'll probably change some stuff. So I wanted to make sure. And
You're
apparently, I have a torch token artwork that I didn't know that I had. I would have been doing this differently for a little while had I known that, but happens. Indy.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I am going to take a step back, provoking that attack of opportunity if so desired.
11.
It's a miss. Yes. All right.
Yes, use your reactions.
My attack rolls are rolling just about as well as I did for initiative.
So, using my bonus action, I'm going to expend a use of my wild shape to activate my starry form, and I will be taking the starry form of the archer.
Okay.
Upon activation of it, I get to make a ranged spell attack, and as a bonus action on subsequent turns.
Yep. Indy becomes a spectral constellation.
And so what happens is, as I'm stepping back, there's this rush of almost bright starlight that starts at the bottom of my feet and just works its way up. And what would normally be where the spots are on my neck instead seem to be replaced out by stars almost. And they're like what you would do on a constellation map, connecting the dots between each of the stars. This one looks to take on the appearance of a bow. And so upon doing that, I will use the free activation attack of it, which is a 19 at this guy right here.
Okay, and 19 will hit.
All right, and that will deal. Where's it at? Just roll it.
Roll it, roll it, roll it,
Yeah.
roll it, roll it, roll it.
There we go. There's the button I was looking for. That is
Dang.
10 points of radiant damage to it.
Cool, which it does not appear resistant to. It takes like that laser light. It's almost like a shooting star. Blast this rust monster in the side. There's like an indent, and it's like this you assume is some kind of ichor, or is like its blood is starting to pour out on the ground. This rust monster is very wounded.
All right, and then for my action, I'm gonna go with another frostbite, just grabbing the little jewel on my neck and right back at him.
Okay.
DC 13 con saving throw.
That is a 17 total.
Oh, that's. Yep, that's it for me then.
Okay. All right.
Now you see why we call him Star Watcher.
Got a lot of stars.
Okay. That one is sitting there. But it just really loves the taste of that metal.
It's a heavy metal. That's
Yeah.
it. That's what it. That's what it's here for. You should really get rid of the guitar. Pick up a lute. Might do you
Well,
some
I'll
good.
give it the taste of classic rock. As I hold up my spear with its rock head.
I wonder how they would deal with techno.
Okay. The Gorbeck, the rust monster in front of you, its antennae are going to go and try to like flip up, and it's like rubbing up and down in your hands. Which dagger is in your offhand?
The left one.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm targeting a specific one. So I'm just saying whichever one is in your left hand, this is the one that might go in.
They're both the
So-
same dagger, so.
Yeah, but
Okay. Anyway, just yeah, but because I know you do have some special ones. So
Yes, I'm not. I have not. I don't have either one of those equipped.
okay, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid the weird antennae.
Nat 20.
ooh,
As the antennae come up near your dagger, you just reach your hands back. Probably yelling at it.
You can't get
And-
me, you
oh.
little jerk.
And and avoid the antennae from touching the dagger. And that is actually it's gonna attempt to run away, provoking an attack of opportunity from you, Gorbeck.
Okay. I don't have time to switch my dagger out, do I?
Nope.
And this is just damage. It hinders. Yes.
Yes, but remember, if you stab it again, it's gonna take some more damage loss.
I mean, we're gonna have to kill this. Hopefully.
Kill this ugly beetle.
16.
16 will hit.
And got 2 damage, taking into account the. Well, wait, sorry, 5 damage taking into account the minus.
Okay. 5 is just enough.
hey,
That rust monster is dead, and that dagger will take another -1 penalty, raising it to 2.
Gotcha.
But that rust monster's dead. Okay. Next up is the other rust monster, which is going to go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, because it also smells that wonderful iron, and is going to attempt to use its antennae against whichever one is in your main hand. So again, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Leave me alone.
Sorry, it's because you're wearing metal.
it is
Or you're using metal.
100% because you're wearing metal. We
18.
both-
They're like moths drawn to the flame.
we both purposely built characters that have nothing to do with metal.
Don't think that was intentional, but we
We totally.
yeah.
I know, but it's funny because whenever I was prepping this, I go this sucks. Because I was like, I haven't seen your guys' like gear loadout, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure that just means these things are gonna try and attack Gorbeck.
Yep.
18.
18 is good. Yep. You're just like, no, stop it. And you're just kind of like throwing your daggers up out of its reach. Not able.
They really seem to like you.
Yep.
Smell good.
Gorbeck,
Oh, they beetle.
What?
you're up. And Kulberg, you're on deck.
Oh, I'm actually up. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I say, you think? Why do you like these freaking things? I'm gonna put my crappy the one that's got the -2. I'm gonna put that one up. I'm gonna take out my bone dagger that our paladin.
Jaros. Yeah, that
gave
Jaros
us.
gave you, the whalebone dagger.
Oh. And say, time to die. And is Bless still up?
Should be, yeah.
Okay.
Kulberg hasn't lost concentration yet.
All right, we're gonna go bone dagger first.
Okay.
The +4. Ooh. 15
15
Chad.
hits.
with +2. Oh, geez.
I was gonna say,
pretty good. What?
don't forget to add the bless.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the +2. That's like the 13. Oh wait, my dexterity. I forgot to add my dexterity. Yeah, then I would have smashed it.
Dexterity, proficiency. You know,
Yeah, I don't know if I'm perfect. Am I perfect?
you should be proficient with daggers.
Oh,
It's a
jeez.
dagger.
You're a
You're
bard.
very proficient with daggers.
You are highly proficient
Yeah.
with daggers.
Yeah. What the dagger's made of is largely irrelevant.
Okay. Ooh, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage?
Solid damage. Yeah, and this rust monster's starting to look pretty hurt.
And then we're gonna come at it with our other my rusty dagger. And this goes for both attacks that Bless still does.
Yep. For any attack or saving throw you make.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a reminder, if you haven't been adding that to your dex saving throws against the antennae, you're supposed to.
oh, I didn't. Yeah, I haven't been doing
Mhm.
that, but luckily I've been passing.
Yeah.
16 base. So,
Yeah, you're good.
and then 3, 4, 5. So 5 damage. I'm gonna
Okay.
take another.
And
negative
that's
one.
yep, on that dagger.
God dang. Woo. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna say I'm gonna use a dash action here. Can I do that since I
Well,
attacked twice?
No, but you can still move.
Yeah.
Because
I
that
wanna-
second attack is only a bonus. You can still move.
I know, but I want to provoke an attack of opportunity.
So
That's a disengage.
disengage action
Which-
has to be done in place of your actual action for the turn. So if you took an attack, you couldn't use disengage as well, because your bonus action for the offhanded attack does imply that you're also making an initial attack.
I'm gonna say, well, then that's fine. I'm gonna say, "F you, bish," and I'm gonna run over here behind Kookaburra.
Kookaburra. Hey.
So,
Okay, and it's gonna
Attack me.
try and reach out for that wonderful, tasty metal and roll a 6.
F you.
So it misses. It's just like slowly trying to turn.
Told you I was
Uh,
lucky, boys.
Yeah, he's definitely very lucky.
Speaking of Kula Kula Island, Culleberg, you are up and Indy, you're on deck.
Okay.
I mean, granted, that's Gullah Gullah Island.
Okay.
I know, but
Hey, no, it's Kula Kula now. It's his long lost cousin. They're genetically close.
As it reaches out to continually ignore Kolberg and constantly go after Gorbeck, it's like, fine, you want to bite me and then ignore me? I'll bite you! As I bite down on him, now no longer at disadvantage.
yeah, that's
He
true.
went Scottish for a second, though.
Yeah, that's
Shut
his mom's
Sound-
side. It's just when he
Sounds
gets
beautiful.
flustered.
It's when he gets flustered, his mom's side comes out. He's like, "Oh, off with his head now."
Sound beautiful.
That's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 is good. Roll damage.
for 6 points of piercing, and I haven't taken any damage thanks to frostbite, so I don't heal anything. But I would have healed 3 HP
It was
as I literally take a chunk out of
Yep,
her.
you do. You kind of reach down, and it kind of breaks in, kind of like one of those chocolate caramel eggs. You
Oh.
bite into it, and the inside is just like goo. And so you pull out, and it's just like ribbons of beetle goo going down your
No,
throat
you
and
said you,
chest.
you said it wrong. It's not beetle goo.
I'm not saying it unless we say it all 3 times. I have to have it.
Anyway,
Getting a taste
Also-
for it.
Beetlejuice, name of a star. Just
Ew.
throwing it out there.
It is spelled differently, though.
Yes, that's Beetlejuice.
Uh,
Or Betelgeuse? Something like that.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Either
But
way,
yes, it is
the beetle
spelled-
tastes delicious, and Coolabert goes for another bite because
Ooh,
that was
I
a
wanna-
bonus action.
I want to
As
bite.
as instead of his claws this time, his teeth begin to grow into these sharper, jagged edges that now glow with that green energy. As I cast Primal Savagery, as I bite him.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 19 plus a D4 for 10 points of acid damage.
Yep. You get in there and you see like the acid pouring off your teeth and instantly dissolving the beetle goo.
Juice.
And there's just like sloppy stuff falling off. It tastes a little bit better after it's been partially digested. And the rust monster just kind of gives up the ghost, you know, like it did.
Ooey.
Does it taste anything like those other ones that we had a couple weeks back?
It's delicious.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming it's a very very different kind of flavor.
Okay.
It
Rudy
is
wanted to-
like what you brought from a human settlement one time. What do you call licorice? Only Slurpee.
You see, I wasn't a big fan of licorice.
Slipperish.
I wasn't a big fan of the licorice, but you know. Yeah.
Okay. In that brief moment of respite where you guys are having that banter back and forth, Indrictus, you look down past Cullibert and Gorbeck over their shoulders, like way off into the shadow. You see more movement.
Picking up the torch. Guys, we need to go.
Is there a river
As,
that we could run down, maybe? No, that's not a good idea. We need to we need to run.
So, like, direction wise, like off this way, or was it?
Here, let me show you.
Oh boy. That is a good bit of distance.
As this large, slightly larger than human size pile of iron ore infused rock that appears as though it's had some rust monsters come at it, as there's large pock marks and stuff in it, slowly starts lumbering its way over to you. Some kind of a smaller earth elemental.
Yeah, I'm water based. This is not for me.
Not really
but
for
it's-
me either.
It did
Cannot eat
everything
rock.
moving. So keeping in the initiative, Gorbeck, you're up. Cullibert, you're on deck.
So it's coming from this way.
Mm.
Did y'all hear me? I didn't have my microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you.
Sorry, I answered yes.
I know.
It's at the edge of your light.
Do we want to fight that?
I'd rather not.
Let's which way are we running?
Past it, preferably.
Okay.
Make the wide berth round.
Wait, pass it. Okay, I
We need
can.
to go that direction. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do. um. Ooh. Okay.
Just for those of you who aren't aware, that's usually the sound Gorbeck makes when he has a really stupid idea that he wants to try.
Follow your heart, Stripe. We will follow you.
That's probably not a good idea.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna
What
work.
you doing, Gorbeck?
Oh, well,
Let the luck of the gods
just
guide you.
a point of order, while I'm in the starry form, I shed bright light for 10 feet. Just as an additional. I forgot to say that.
Stay close to Star Watcher.
Okay.
I am light.
I'm gonna say, I've got an idea. What is this thing? Do I have any idea like what it is? Like, can I tell?
You've heard of stuff like this, and you've seen, and Caleb has shown you pictures and books. It's an earth elemental, some kind of, from what you understand, a spirit from another world that is bound in rock.
Does he know that we murdered these crab beetles?
I mean, it seems pretty obvious. There's the little crab beetles all over the floor, and a whole bunch of it kind of spilling out of Cullberg's mouth.
Yeah.
He was hungry.
Darkon.
Okay, we're gonna God, I hate that I'm doing this crap. We're gonna cast suggestion, and obviously on this sucker here, and it'll be like
Suggestion.
and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, are you okay? I know that was so difficult for." I'm gonna tap like Kuliberg's back and be like, "I know you, like you were hungry and you got to do what you got to do, you know." And I'm gonna look at the Earthman. I'm gonna be like, "Listen, I'm sorry. My friend was hungry and well, we didn't have any rations on us. I'm so sorry."
So what is it you want to suggest that he do?
That we were just being
Basically, that he not attack you.
Yeah, like this is not a. It's
He's
like
suggesting he doesn't attack us.
just.
Okay.
He was hungry. I'm sorry that if we hurt your friends. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So you are casting suggestion. Just double checking. All right. This is actually kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to make a check right quick.
I don't like it when that happens.
Well, because the Earth Elemental doesn't speak Common, so it technically can't understand what you're saying, but it might pick up on your gestures. Because it does have some intelligence. And you're just kind of watching and getting to the point to where you're almost kind of pleading as this Earth Elemental is getting closer and closer to you guys as it stands like nearby, and Cullbert's like he's getting ready to throw down. The Earth Elemental just kind of stops, looks at you, looks at the rust monsters, looks at you, and then slowly starts turning around and starts walking away from you guys.
Sweating. Oh my god, I'm sweating. I don't even know if I sweat. Goblins sweat.
I believe goblins have sweat glands. I don't. That was... Huh. Congratulations.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here and pick up the torch. Just go.
I agree. Let's go.
I say, how long does that spell last for?
8 hours.
Okay. 8
As long
hours.
as I'm concentrating, which I'm concentrating on this
Okay.
one very hard.
We have 8 hours to get as far away from that thing as possible. I don't think it's very quick, and I don't know if it'll be able to catch up with us.
Yeah. 8 hours later, somewhere in the deep of the mountain, all of a sudden, that earth elemental just stops. Does
You son of
He's like swearing vengeance.
I
No.
swear vengeance upon Gorbeck.
No. Earth elementals are generally unaligned anyway. So, you guys kind of continue on and make your way out after about another half hour or so of movement before you guys descend a little bit farther back down, and you guys can feel the air becoming a bit more humid and the distant sounds of water start creeping back in until you guys make your way to the bottom of this kind of shaft of earth and step out, and you look and see the outskirts of a fungal forest. Large mushrooms of all different sizes, some small, some that tower almost 30 feet in height, some that are bioluminescent, and riots of different color.
This is it. This is the thing. This is the place. This is the thing that the thing said that we should go to, right?
Yes. This would definitely be the fungal forest.
You're
Caleb
heading the right direction.
would love to see this. This is so cool.
Well, maybe whenever we finally get you back to your friend, you show him. It'd be awesome.
I don't want anything to do with this place after I leave it. I'll tell you that.
But yeah, it's like a wonderful vacation spot and stuff like that. You can totally.
Yeah, but if I gotta go through that little suction cup thingy where you go down 15 different,
Oh no! There's easier ways to get through it. Yo, my
no.
village is down at the base of the mountains. I could easily show you the way back up here.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah,
It's technically still
maybe-
down here for you.
it's still down here. It's just the easy access is at the base of the mountain. You come in, you get all that stuff.
Maybe the guys would like it. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Anyways,
All I have to say is respect the mushrooms. Don't eat them unless you're told you're allowed to eat them, and don't assume every mushroom is edible. Put it that way. Sometimes you go to bite a mushroom and it's a person.
Oh.
Sometimes you go to bite a mushroom and it's poison. And sometimes it just tastes funny.
yeah. Sometimes they do taste pretty funny.
Avoid the blue. They're like white with these blue spots. Wake up 3 days later. I think.
What the frick is with these northern mountains? My God.
Look, the mushrooms grow some very weird stuff. They end up getting some really cool, but also really trippy side effects for them. It's only the ones inside the mountains. The ones outside are normally safe.
Yeah, that's just. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Okay, so you guys pass in from the border and enter the fungal forest. And we're actually going to end it there for tonight for part 1 of Gorbeck's Lost Days.
Yeah.
And so obviously we'll need to come back for part 2 and see whether or not you guys make it to the Shrine of Eladath. Or if Gorbeck eats a mushroom and then becomes a mushroom.
That
That very well could happen.
that
let's
very
be
well could happen.
Totally honest.
Just mushroom
Totally
grows and you just
could
pop it
happen.
off, another one grows,
Right.
just pop it off. It's infinite
Um,
mushrooms.
Num 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 mushrooms.
Yeah, no, mushroom, no. So, at any rate, thanks you guys for holding on and watching this video. I know it's a little bit shorter than our normal stuff, but it is kind of a mini series. So we'll be moving on with the next part. Thank you to our wonderful moderators, Momo and Tater, for agreeing to be PCMPC guest stars.
Somewhere in the middle.
Guest stars in this. I'm sure Gorbeck, Bevo appreciates the help, and it's always nice to get a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons playing time in. I mean, I'm a dungeon master. I don't know really what that feels like, but I assume for you guys it's great.
Oh,
We'll work something out for you,
wonderful.
Eric. We'll get you in a game.
At some point.
But tune in for the
I'll
next one.
believe it when it happens.
It's gonna be great.
Yes.
And it'll be fun, and we'll have lots of magical things that will happen. I don't know when that's gonna be. I don't even know if I should be saying anything right now. It's just everybody else gets to say stuff, and I wanted to say stuff about tuning in next week, or next month, or next time that we do this. I'm sure we'll post about it, and you'll find out. It'll be great.
Well, technically, we're gonna have all of these done by the time we air the first one. So
I know.
That's
what I'm
hope.
saying. There will be appropriate time for you to listen and understand. Oh, XY date, PCQ, XYZ, PDQ.
I ate there one time. The chicken was okay. Anyway, so that'll wrap us up for tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you guys later. As a reminder, our normal show is on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central. Adventures in Athoria, come by. Where I'm the Dungeon Master, Gorbeck normally plays, and then Momo and Tater are our moderators. So stop by and feel free to chat them up during the stream too, with regards to playing, and ask some questions about their character. I'm sure they would appreciate that. Also, as a reminder, Thursdays, also 8 p.m. Central, we have Adjacent with Jace. That is our interview review show, as Jace likes to call it, where we have on cast members and we just kind of answer some questions and talk about the game. So feel free to stop in there, get some questions answered, and get some behind the scenes kind of info. All of our videos, though, will be available on YouTube about 24 hours after the initial broadcast on Twitch. So that should about do it. And so I guess we'll see you guys next time.